On the bench we have another kit from Mini Kits. This one's known as a bias T. It's for injecting a 12 volt DC supply into the coaxial cable for supplying power to masthead equipment. So I'm carrying out this project in relation to the previously completed 70 centimeter band masthead preamp. So this will be providing the power and switching for it. The kit provides a PC board which also doubles as a faceplate for the enclosure, a few end connectors, a couple of surface mount devices which will be good to have a bit more experience with installing those, and quite a few discrete components. So not a huge amount in this project, and it will be quite essential to getting the masthead preamp running. Now, like I say, one of the features, apart from supplying the DC voltage, it does allow the transceiver to switch the preamp in and out, so it gives it good protection against transmitter damage. So look, that's the kit. Pretty straightforward. We'll push on into it. Some tools being used on this project, given that it is a project that involves some surface mount devices. So firstly I'll be using my trusty Weller soldering iron. Currently has installed a small chisel tip. Probably a little large for typical surface mount construction, but it did work reasonably well on the last project, which was a 70 centimeter band masthead preamp, which had a lot of surface mount devices. The solder is 0.7mm resin core solder. Also we've got some solder wick, which is pretty critical on any soldering work. Got a flux pen. Bit of a last minute decision to use that, but turned out to be pretty critical, and will probably be very useful on this project as well. Also we've got some flux gel. Didn't actually end up using that. The flux pen was more than suitable, but there we go, we've got it. What I am going to try this time is something a little different, which is some solder paste. Now this is flux with granulated solder, and how that's used is with a hot air rework station. That's this guy here. So we've got temperature control and airflow. What is pretty funny, I've just got to show you this on the back of the unit, on the plate, the spelling of rework. Pretty funny. But it does seem like a fairly good unit for the price. Also we've got some cleaning compound for cleaning the PCB board at the end to get all the residue flux off. We've got this cheap USB microscope, which proved to be almost critically important on the last surface mount project. So, it's got quite good depth of field. The image is quite good, and it's relatively cheap. Which is an example of the video from this device, just up on screen now. As you can see, reasonably respectable. And so that's the main tool. Certainly not all the tools being used, but from a soldering perspective, that's probably most of the tools that will be used. It's my first attempt at using the rework station and solder paste for applying surface mount components. So this is my first attempt now at putting some solder paste on there and not making too much of a mess. We'll just see how this goes. This is by no means the only technique I might use. So we've got a small amount on. Okay. So my strategy is not to cover the board in solder paste, only apply it where it's needed. So I've seen this done differently. Okay, that's the two 1K resistors in place. Okay, we're going to bring the rig workstation now in. This is, I'll tell you, very nerve-wracking. The temperature is set for 390 degrees, and we've got the airflow at 2.5 for what it's worth. Alright, bring in the rework station again, just allowing it to come up to the 350 degrees. Generally working the area, heating it up without blowing the component away. Okay. Yeah, that looks pretty good. I like that. Okay, bringing in the rework station again. Temperature coming up to 320, 330, 350. And just heat the general area. Yeah, I like that. That looks pretty good. So that's probably a good example of the airflow method. On the bench I have the completed bias T project to support the 70 centimeter band masthead preamp. So it's reasonably straightforward. We've got the DC passing inductor here, which allows the DC to pass into the output cable to the antenna or the preamp. So that's the inductor here, and then we've got the RF passing capacitor and DC blocking, which is this capacitor here. The circuit has got some switching. We've got this MOSFET here, which controls whether the DC is switched through or not. Now, it's nominally switched through, and if the PTT circuit is either switched to ground or has a 12 volt supply in, it opens the MOSFET and the 12 volt supply is cut. So that's like typically that if the radio goes into transmit, the control circuit goes to ground in this instance, and the MOSFET is switched off, and along with the preamp. The preamp's got circuits will then switch the RF straight past the preamp circuit and to the antenna. So we've got set up for the PTT1, which is this circuit here. So this is if the triggering state is ground, which in the TS, sorry, not the TS, the FT736R, the triggering circuit does go to ground, and so the supply will be switched off. So that's the completion of the project, and we're probably about to install it, but first what I'll do is I'll just demonstrate the setup. So this gets assembled in this box. I'll just the circuit. See, the circuit board is actually the face plate. Okay, this is the masthead preamp. Cables wanting to get in the way, but this is the DC supply to the preamp that goes into the TX side. So we'll now apply the 12 volts here, and we should see the indicator light go on when the amplifier is activated, and then straight away. Okay, it's a bit of a rough test, but this is the TX control circuit. So if we're watching the indicator light here, hoping that's clear, as soon as I touch the ground, it's off. On, off. So that's the completion of the bias T control circuit for the masthead preamp. This has been an enjoyable project, nice and simple. The experience with the surface mount components is good and very straightforward. There was not that many components, and the instruction manual that came with the kit was well explained. I'm very happy with that. So that's the completion of this project. Thank you for watching.